Hello, it is Peter and Ben from What Culture Gaming, and joining us today is some blue boxes.
It's blue everywhere.
Blue. I can't believe how much blue.
It's a PlayStation VR unit. Yeah. We've been sent a PlayStation VR unit and some things in order to play it. Now, I already have one at home, and I've had one since launch because I'm a massive child man baby.
Dork.
But we were sent this on loan by Sony, and you took it home, had a play. I thought it would be nice if we had a quick look at the box, what's in it, and just had a discussion about how we found it, sort of a review, if you will, of PlayStation VR.
If you will. Should we open the box?
Shall we open the box?
I think we should open the box.
I mean, a lot of the wires are already missing from this because we had it set up in the office previously in there. What's that? It's over there.
It's out there.
It's out there.
Yeah.
It's in the other room. That's weird.
I'm not just hitchhiking.
Right. So, it all folds back like this.
I believe the term you used to describe this was the Apple experience.
Yes.
Because they put hinges and stuff in their packaging.
It's all shiny and hingy, and it's all very nicely packaged and so on. First up, if you want to take this out for me.
Of course. A handy instruction guide. We will, I guess, comment on setup momentarily.
Yes, we will.
We will.
And here is the unit. The unit.
There it is.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. It's like something out of Tron.
Put it on.
Stick it on your head. It's as easy as that.
Oh God, I've broken it.
You may just have broken it. What game are you playing, Ben?
I'm so close to killing myself.
Whoa.
The VR experience.
Don't do it.
Or will I? That's the game.
We'll find out.
I can't see it.
This is the other important part. You don't know what I'm doing. But this is the mini PS4. It's actually just an external processing unit.
It is.
But it's got some very clever technology in there. Not only does it process VR, which is pretty impressive.
It processes emotions.
It processes emotions, and
what? It clips and it clops and it flips and it flops.
Hell yes.
Welcome to PlayStation VR. That's going on their poster.
Yeah.
I find I'm infinitely more confident when I actually can't make eye contact with things.
It's like when they have to take like an alligator to the vets and they just put a blanket on its head.
Do they do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they do.
Okay. I feel like that's when people wear masks or sunglasses, they feel infinitely more powerful.
I mean, it's different strokes for different folks. I think you're like a crocodile.
Okay.
The setup. How did you find it when because you got it pretty early on, and therefore there wasn't a lot of help out there.
So this,
You got it. Is it? That's the right one.
So this is immensely helpful. Help me.
Yeah. Do you want to just read what it says there?
So step 5.
Yeah.
Do not talk to dogs.
Absolutely.
And I would have done that if I didn't. So, this is immensely helpful. It's a step-by-step guide to setting up. It's basically just like giant Lego. It does look like a bit of a nightmare when it's set up.
Yeah.
Lots of wires. There are 2 that go into the back, 2 HDMI ones. And there's on this side, there's a thing into the headset, and the headset's got 2 wires, and then you've got headphones coming off there. It looks like an absolute nightmare, but using this guide, it is surprisingly easy to set up. All
Quick
the
start guide. That's the words they've used. Quick start guide. Because as you say,
all the cables are numbered.
Yeah.
So it's very easy. These 2 plug into another thing that we don't have here because it's in the other room.
Yeah.
But I found it surprisingly easy.
Yeah.
And the nice thing is, once you've got it set up, it can just sit there under your TV and you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Pop it out of the way.
This thing has its own power supply. I don't know if that's on camera at the moment. This has its own power supply, and I was worried that this would just be running all the time. But it is clever in that it's plugged into your PS4, obviously, and it knows that when your PS4 is off, this powers down as well.
Yeah.
So it's not like you have to plug everything in every time you want to use it, which is quite nice.
It is, yeah. I think that in summary, it looks daunting when you take it out of the box. Lots of bits, but very, very easy to put together.
Yes.
Using the handy quick start guide. Do not talk to dogs.
Do not talk to dogs.
Never.
Talk to me about blurriness, because I think that was one of the concerns we had at Gamescom when you and Scott played it for the first time, and also it's what some people are going to notice as well, I think, when they use it. Yeah,
especially in short demo sessions, which you might have in a shop, for example. It's important to give it a wheel round on your head, and the smallest difference can make the difference. Literally millimeters can affect the sharpness / blurriness of the image.
Yeah, I think part of the fault may be with Sony in that there are settings you can manipulate to make it clearer, but they are weird settings in that you have to lie about how close your eyes are together. and then it becomes clearer. But equally, as I've said to everyone who's used it, if you put it onto your head, slide it close to your eyes, and if it looks blurry, fair enough. But if you move it around just a little bit, as you said, millimeters, until it comes into focus, you then use this on the back to tighten it, and it will stay in that position and look a lot clearer. So
and that really is it. I know that Scott and plenty of other people who've played this have said, oh, it's not super sharp. But it comes down to how you're wearing it, and if you put it in the right place relative to your eyes, it's going to look okay. It's not going to look 4K. It's not going to look like real life. But
you are sat 2 inches away from TVs, essentially. I mean, all the headsets are like that. There are currently no headsets that are crystal clear.
No.
This is obviously the cheaper end of the upper market with the Vive and the Oculus. But it's so easy to set up, and it's by far the cheapest currently. I don't have too many issues with the blurriness.
No.
And once you get playing, you quickly forget.
But linked to blurriness and experience, how do you find the general motion effects? Have you felt queasy at all at any time? No?
Not at all. I haven't felt ill once. The longest I've played it for is about 3 hours on the go.
Okay.
Obviously, I don't know if you play it for 7 hours, if you're going to feel unwell afterwards.
Potentially.
But I haven't played anything that's made me feel unwell.
Okay.
You have, though, I think.
I have. Well, only down to very specific tasks. So I've played Drive Club VR, and I found that going around bends and not feeling the G-force you'd expect from going around a sharp bend at 90 miles an hour, that's a bit strange. It didn't make me feel too bad. Battlezone as well is a game in which you're driving a tank around, and there are some aerial enemies, and you aim simply by looking at things, and I found that looking up there all the time, swinging around quite wildly while I'm driving around a world, that was again a bit disorientating. But overall, it's really not that bad, and you just take it off your head if you're feeling a bit funny. And I also think it's the kind of thing you're just going to get used to anyway.
Yeah. I don't think it's really designed, and I don't think you really want to be sat there playing it for dozens of hours at a time anyway.
Yeah.
That also begs the question, obviously, what is it truly for?
Yeah.
Is it going to be for sitting there playing 2-hour tech demos, essentially? Although I said that quite cynically before I got it, and then having sat there and played a 2-hour tech demo, that's actually exactly what I want from it. Talk to me about your general experience with it then. Was it positive overall, or how did you find it?
Overall, I think, like you say, it is easy to go, oh, this is essentially just a big bunch of tech demos, and this is what we'll be able to do, and we need to expand on this. But that in and of itself is enough. I mean, some of the funnest experiences I've had in VR are sitting in a room or underwater or wherever the hell I am, and not actually engaging a lot with the world around me. It's fun enough to just look around, and it is like you've been teleported somewhere else. When we played at Gamescom, becoming the Batman in Arkham VR, you're just going down a lift and suiting up. You're not moving around a lot. All you're doing is putting on a suit, which you could do in real life, of course.
Yeah, if you wanted to.
But there's something about it's kind of cinematic in a way. You feel like
the 3D audio as well.
Oh, of course, yeah, and that's what it is to me. It's that I don't want to say, oh, there's not an Uncharted 4 style game in this, therefore it's not worth playing. It's its own thing at the moment, and maybe in 6 months or a year's time there will be some full-sized games as we would know them today at the moment. But right now, what it's got, I think, is super fun
for what it offers, and in that you can just put it on and it works.
Yeah.
I think it's phenomenal. It's very affordable if you've already got a PS4. I was an idiot and I already had the Move controllers and I already had the camera. So still an expenditure, 350 quid, not cheap, and they're not overly easy to find at the moment either. If you want it secondhand, you're going to be looking at paying way over those odds.
Yeah.
But I really like it. I like having it. I get as much enjoyment in a really sad way out of letting other people playing it and see them having their first VR experience as I do actually playing it myself. So yeah, I think it's a fantastic piece of technology. If we were to recommend it though, what would you say to people who are potentially looking at getting a VR or thinking about buying one?
Well, I think, as you say, at the moment, quite expensive and also hard to come by. Therefore, the prices are even higher than they were probably on release. You're gonna have to spend 500, 600 quid right now to get one of these, just the headset.
Yeah.
So I think that at the moment is the only drawback. It's early technology, And as with everything, the early models are always going to be expensive.
Yeah, I would agree with that too. Ultimately, it's going to be about price. If you're interested in VR, I would say, what the hell? Just give it a go. If you can get your hands on it, people are demoing it. If you know me, ask me. You can come and play it at my house if you want. Before you buy it, it's very important, I think, to try it before you buy it.
Yeah, I think that's the bottom line.
If you're going to be chucking this much money on essentially it's a peripheral to a console that already exists, but it's almost practically its own platform as well in terms of the games on offer. And those games haven't been getting the best reviews. They are all great in that they showcase what this can do, but as games, maybe they're not too advanced. We are going to be doing a load more coverage of VR though in the I think over the next week or so, including the top 5 games that you should buy if you're getting a PlayStation VR. But let us know how you're finding PlayStation VR, if you've already got one, or if you're thinking about buying one, or if you've played other VR headsets, and generally just what your thoughts are on the future of VR, because it's going to be really interesting and exciting for people who are getting on board with that.
Watch this space, as they say.
Exactly. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Ben from What Culture.
I've been Peter from What Culture.
And we'll see you soon.
Goodbye.